How you doing, my beautiful souls, my kings and queens? You doing good? You doing well? You better doing well. You better smiling. Yeah. You know. Now you still have. You know. It's going all too fast, my beautiful souls and kings and queens. So you better smile so much you can. So don't be grummy. Maybe you hungry. I always say that, and I like to say that, and you better say that also to yourself. It will let everything go much faster away. I think is a problem. Anyway, just go straight to the point. By a beautiful question that go in my inbox. A beautiful soul asked me, and I think it was a beautiful question. Gee, how can I develop my intuition even much more better? And understand who is who? And can I do that? Well, I think it's a beautiful question. And if you're asking for my perspective, well, here is come. Roll it. Again, that's my perspective. Everybody have different perspectives. So, for the people that know me, that's my perspective. I will say like that. See what's happening? Well, I already say in many movies, the humanity actually is powerful, beautiful, unique, worthy, and divine to obtain what they want, to become what they want. Decenniums ago, well, a lot of things happened. So, a lot of things changed. History changed, calendar changed, system changed. People, humanity, lived in a system actually full of illusions, tools that they give to you in order to self-sabotage yourself and sabotage your surroundings. Well, that's how you much more easy to control. And like this, you're not a creator and a leader, but a follower and consumer. Imagine if humanity will find out that are all creators and leaders. How are they going to control you? That's one of the points to starting. Now the second, you have to understand everybody pass things in their life. Man, woman, boys, girls, don't matter what continent, what country, we all pass things in our life. But we never been teach how to take care of our mind, body and soul, how to control all these things, how to process all these things. So, where is a big awakening busy, 10% is wake up, but 90% still sleeping with their eyes open, unfortunately. Well, in this 10% that is wake up, let's say we can divide it in two groups. The one group, they did the shadow work and the inner work without knowing actually, because they used to walk alone all the time by circumstances or what happened to them, and intuitive they did that. So now the day of today, they ask themselves what's happening with me, how I can see the energy of the people. And the second part of this 10%, they just make the choice and understand that nothing changed, and they learn to walk alone. They learn to do the shadow work and the inner work, and to understand who they really are, to remember who they are. So, that being said, then you have the 90% that's still sleeping, and they don't want to see the reality like it is. They put a mask on, and you know what's happening when you put a mask on? Well, it becomes your identity. Now for sure you don't remember who you are, and for sure you're not gonna understand who you are, and you will become a puppet from the system and from your past, or going too much in the future, when all you have is now. You have to pay very good attention what I'm saying here, because this is for everyone. If you want that your life is much more easy, pay attention, my beautiful souls. It's important. See, many times people will project things on you. Can be family, can be friends, can be team, can be colleagues, can be partnership, but things that they never resolved in their life. Things that they never healed in their life. And on their turn, they take this over for their other surroundings, family, friends, teams, or colleagues. And like this, and like this, and like this, and like this, and like this. It's farther and farther and farther and farther. So, when you are the one that break all these generation codes, because you do the inner work and you shadow work, and by doing this, you understand and you start to see clear. So let's put it at that. Shadow work plus inner work, the results are clarity. Clarity is remember who you are and understanding who you are. But this is a process. This is a process. It can take a lifetime process. You see what I mean? And what is life? If you see we are all souls having a body, if you see we are all energy and frequency, if you ask me, we are just the universe pretending to be a human being just for one moment. Or is it life? It actually is a moment. Different realities we take over depending how good we heal, how good we do with inner work and our shadow work, and how good we begin to see clear. They call it clarity. And by doing all these things, we will remember who we are and understanding who we are. And we are all coming from the same place, doing the same, walking the same, looking the same. However, they teach that we are all different. Again, one of these illusions. We are all the same. The only difference is the one that I wake up and the one that is still sleeping. And the one that is still sleeping, well, they don't want to do the inner work. They don't want to do the shadow work. So they cannot go to the clarity to understand who they are and to remember who they are. So they put a mask on. The one that do the shadow work and the inner work, they walk alone. They face the demons in their eyes. They look to them. They dance with them. They learn their names. And they keep going in life. And then they start to see clear. They call it clarity. You cannot have clarity without shadow work and inner work. It's impossible. Only if you do these two things, you can have clarity. And when you have clarity, you will remember who you are. And understanding how powerful, beautiful, unique, worthy, and divine you are. And that you are all kings and queens. But in order to do your inner work and your shadow work, you have to have courage to see demons in the eyes. To talk with them, speak with them, dance with them, sing with them, and then follow you beautiful way further. And understand there is nothing to be afraid of it. Embrace your duality, your shadow and your light. Everything is duality, yin and yang, dark and white, light and shadow, and so many other things. And if you don't embrace it, well, you cannot go from one to the other one. And it's important to use the one and the other one in two ways, because that's how's life going, depending on your circumstances. So, again, when you do inner work, when you shadow work, the result will be clarity. And clarity is just meaning you're gonna start to see it towards self. Then you start to see clear around you. But inner work is walking alone. Shadow work is walking alone. Working on your mind, your body, and your soul. Something I say in many movies. Doing meditation. And by doing meditation, you learn how to listen, how to see, how to feel, how to breathe, how to observe your surroundings, but also yourself and interaction with yourself. How to be much more in the nature, because you come from the nature. All these tools, they will help you when you do your inner work and your shadow work. It's a total package. And by doing this, clarity will come. So it seems like you're waking up in the morning, but just now you wake up in real life. You're reborn, let's say like that. Just to say it in normal language. We don't make it too difficult like I say it in many internet movies, whatever. So, what I want to say by that, when it's clarity there, you see also the intuition will develop. You will start to read also the energies around you. People, in general, they will understand that you can see that, because everybody is intuitive by nature. So this will activate the insecurity, because they have a mask on, because they don't want to see the reality like it is. They still don't do the inner work and the shadow work. They're still running away from things that they have to heal. Everybody wants clarity and intuition and this and that, but they don't want to do the work. They don't understand that doing your inner work and your shadow work, that's the only way. And by running away from it, you're just putting a mask on that the system gives to you in order to keep you in a loop. They call it fear. # comfort zone. fear, comfort zone, fear. It's the same, just different words. Same like visualization, fantasy, visualization. It doesn't matter how you say it, it's the same meaning. Words, thoughts. I say to you, you have to be aware about what you read, what you say, what you write down, what you think become, what you say so will be. We use so many words and thoughts in every day and we don't understand the meaning of it, how powerful thoughts and words are for our surroundings, but also for ourselves, because everything starts from us. So just to answer that beautiful soul that go in my inbox, and maybe other people there that are in these circumstances now and they want to find out how to develop their intuition, how to remember who they are, how they will understand who they are, how they gonna break all these generation curses that they take over for their family, for their parents, and their parents from their parents, and their parents from their parents. The only way is through. And if you have to walk to the hell, well, walk through it like you own the place. See your demons in the eyes, dance with them, learn their names, and understand there's nothing to be afraid of it. That's the only moment you can go through and you can put your mask off. Your inner work, your shadow work. These two words is the only door for your freedom, to put this mask off. Because only then you can have clarity. And by having clarity, well, your intuition will also develop. You will see energy and frequency for what it is. And the most important, we remember and understand who you really are. You're not a follower and consumer, you're creators and leaders. You're our kings and queens. Be here for so many decenniums, for the people that understand what I want to say. They are all illusions, all loops, that you cannot go out of it if you don't do some kind of things. And these things are, breaking the circle. Be the one that, break all these generation curses, Be the one that have courage. You have to have courage in everything that you do. But most important, the courage start to make a change. If you want to make a change and be the change in this world, you have to find out who you are and remember who you are. But for remember who you are and understanding who you are, you have to have clarity. But to have clarity, you have to do your inner work and your shadow work. Too much people want to put a crown back on their head without doing the work. It's not like that it's working. It's not like this you're going to develop your powers and your intuition, all that. So my beautiful souls, my kings and queens, in order for you to put this mask off from every day that you put on and you fake smile just because you're still sitting in the past, too much in the future, and you still don't heal so many other things, well, I suppose the best things you to do is to start to walk alone, to don't be afraid, to have courage, to do your shadow work, to do your inner work, to start to love, respect and accept yourself for who you are, to use your principles, values, integrity and compassion as your daily compass system, and to understand that we as humans, only by rising, we can rise by only lifting each other. To understand that words and thoughts have a lot of power, and to understand you don't have shortcuts or comfort zone. These are all fears. The only way through is by action and courage. Do your inner work. Do your shadow work. That's the only way. And then the rest will come automatically. You will understand who you are, remember who you are, develop your intuition, and all the rest of your powers. You have a nice and beautiful day, and whatever it is, keep smiling. Bye-bye.